especially the NASDAQ. Let's show that because that's where the pain really is.
Half the stocks in the index are already in a downtrend. For most of the market, the crash has already happened.
Bull markets don't die of old age, they die of fright, and what they're most afraid of is recession.
And cue the fire, sell everything, it is crashing. You would expect nothing less than a doom and gloom channel. I'm just saying, hey, are your shorts paying off today? Holding that NVIDIA, hey, AVGO down almost 12%. As Broadcom wipes out $200 billion right off the screen. And it looks like Broadcom is following Oracle. You know that AI bubble thing? When this was a black swan event that no one saw coming, well, I mean, maybe I did. Also, some of you guys might be saying, why market go down? Well, the answer to your said question, because we go quick on this channel, it's because of this dude, the forehead. Bank of Japan sets for the first rate hike in almost a year. It looks like his hairline just took a hike. It's running. That's what happens when you got a big brain. You got to store all that data. Also, to all my peeps in Tokyo, it's expensive to build out there. I think I found some property. I say let's just unwind this yield carry trade. Let's send Bitcoin back to where it belongs. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, my Bitcoin hodlers, which I do hodl it. Probably an 80-20. I buy at levels going down, and then I go, I'm going to sell here because I bought here. And it always confuses my audience. Like, never sell your Bitcoin or your gold or your silver. Well, just keep it till I die? Just something about buy low, sell high, and then buy low and sell high again. And by the way, the last time these guys jacked up rates, within 12 hours, Bitcoin took big dump. 20% in 12 hours. That's fast. Bitcoin just seems to follow this same cycle, even though Michael Saylor and a lot of people are like, no, this is, don't look at that anymore. We have over a decade of this info. Bottom. Where's that going to be? Well, we already know the top. This chart was calling October 16th. I got to go back and look at my video. I think Ninja called it for me on the 16th. When he had me on. But this one, what do we got? 3 weeks ago, November 16th. Oh, and that's when I had my course at $299. Now it's $399. Oh, but I know, just give me one more day. Okay, one more day. Just in case you want to learn how to make money from all of this. I give you step by step. Way you could take advantage when markets go down. Which a couple days ago, the NASDAQ on the daily, you take out a short. Bitcoin, this should be like stealing candy from a baby. Oh, and in regards to this cycle, because you guys know, okay, it's called the top here. There's the bottom. It's a red line, goes down. But you want to know the exact date. It's going to be around October 6th to the 16th in 1 year. Less than. So make sure you're buying. Also, if you would like to take a picture, here's the date. Okay, put in your calendar. Yeah, you got to wait. Also, if you don't have time to wait, you can always do my watch list. COF up almost $2,000. JBL $1,700. But if you want to trade the Bitcoin, guys, get ready. This is, what is this? You take my course, you'll be like, you know exactly what this is. This is a bear flag. If you break that line, come down. Not yet. Hold on. On confirmation. I mean, you can do some, and then it comes up, retest, then it breaks. You're good. And your leg down on that is, where are we going? Oh, so you will have a buy opportunity at $63,000, which is less than the electrical cost. So I would say 70, but definitely measure here to here. You could go here, right here. You don't have to do the whole flagpole. Think that's a little aggressive. Probably just give it the tip. Also, if you wonder why you trade, because you'll make more money if you know what you're doing trading. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll lose more. The big beast in the room, the elephant in the room that is currently on fire is your dollar, your debt-based system. It's even on the Fed's website, Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers. If you hold your dollar, if you're like, it's just save your money, kids, everything's going to be great. It's being decimated. So you always have to be moving your money while the banks destroy your purchasing power, along with the Treasury and the Fed. Right about now, the Fed is sucking pristine collateral out of their system. Then it gets stuck in there and it never comes out. And some people think, oh, it's QE. Fed go burr, which causes inflation. No, Fed no go burr. Treasury prints bonds. Your bank buys the bond. Okay, there's step 2. Step 3, the Fed goes, we'll create a reserve. It's nothing. It's a word. We'll create a reserve. It's a liability, and then we'll take that asset, that bond, and put it in the balance sheet, and it just stays there. But it sucks collateral that the banks need out of the system. Voila. And politicians come along and say, vote for me, I'll end the Fed. Vote for me, I'll end, that tax you have to pay to the federal government. Yeah, no more income tax. Now the state, you're just going to have to run from California, right? All these things. Then we'll go ahead and I'll do a live tour of all of our gold. Then after that, we'll have Bitcoin as a reserve current. Like, you just name it. They'll just tell all the plebs whatever they want to hear. We'll even go as so far to say, yeah, the Epstein file is right here. Oh, it's released. Here, YouTubers, this is ridiculous. That's why I always say, don't trust politicians. Just trade equities. Buy assets. Don't get caught up in that. If you're getting caught up in that, you have way too much time. This at the same time behind the scenes. Where's all this money going? Again, bonds getting printed. I didn't see that $5,000 Doge. Are you still holding your breath? How about the 2000 dividend? Oh, maybe next year. About that middle-class tax cut. Oh, but I can confirm we did give $40 billion to Argentina, $45 million to Afghanistan, $630 to Israel, $800 million to Ukraine. And then what happens to your purchasing power? Maybe go down. So then everyone goes, that's it. I'm not voting Republican ever again. I've been lied to. I mean, it started with Bush. He promised me no new taxes. Now I will vote for Gavin Newsom. I told you. Said this 5 years ago. Democratic presidential nominee. Everyone's like, there's no way. Have you seen California? Yes. I fled communism. California is a shat hole. I showed you yesterday, Newsom has a higher rating than Trump. When the Dems win in landslides, buckle down, Buttercup. It's only going to get worse. So when this yen carry trade thing, free money, which people are like, I don't get it. The rich use it. I was able to get money for negative, like they paid me. About this, I could borrow $1 million, yen, go buy a T-bill paying 6. I get 6%. Done. And if I do 2 million, that's about $120,000 a year. I don't even have to work. Then imagine if I'm like, okay, instead of like bonds, let's be a little bit more risky. Well, money isn't free anymore. Positions are getting trimmed. Leverage, be careful. And all those people that are like, I'm okay with this risk. Not so much risk anymore. So again, if you're wondering why your risk asset, some people are like, Bitcoin is not an asset. Your Bitcoin risk asset is going down. This is why. And it isn't panic selling, it's mechanical. And also look at the charts. I mean, you could look at these. Oh, and by the way, again, it just doesn't drop to down 70%. I mean, it could 20% in a day. But this is going to take some time, kids. Just make sure you have your businesses and you have extra income, and then you put extra income in there. And then if you really want to get it to move, you got to move it. Don't do the get excited, buy here, sell there. Buy here, sell there. Buy here, sell there. So I need to clarify something real quick. I can see it in the comment section. Oh, you sold your silver. Yes, but I bought low. Then I sold high, and then I do things with it because people are like, well, what do you do? Is it in the dollar? No, I buy real estate, or I buy assets that feed me. See, silver doesn't, it just sits there. It sits on my desk. I got lots of it. Just to let you know, I sold 75% of my physical. I still have 25%, which is enough to buy a home with. The price goes to where I think it's going to go. And I never understand why everyone gets so upset when you take profit. Like this big gold, silver cult, Bitcoin cult, XRP, right? I have like a church of XRP. Hold the line. But now that there is so much misunderstanding, I am from here on, well, I mean, a few months ago, I said, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. This is a rich person's little advice here. I'll never sell my gold and silver. I know. Okay. The crowd goes, what? But wait, what am I going to do? I'm going to take out debt. Wait, why do you do that, Bravo? That doesn't make any sense. Debt is evil. Silver is money. Listen, Linda, here's your SOFR. See, it's going down. And let's say I have hypothetically, $1 million. I would have it in gold. Sorry, it's small. Silver's it's too much. I'm going to call Chase Bank and say, hey, I want a loan against my silver. I won't sell it, but I'll get a, say, 3% loan. Now my audience is happy. I did not sell my gold. I've never sold any of my gold, my silver, but I'm going to take loans against it and buy real estate and put renters in there. Or apartments. I want to see cash flow. I want to see my money. Give me money. So I just taught you the ways of the rich. And there's no tax. You sell this, it's a taxable event. For me, it's 38% plus the state. It's currently not in California. So I never will trigger taxable events. But plebs who work jobs do. Normies that get up at 6 o'clock and work really hard and build other people's dreams their whole life get taxed at 38%, then 14 over half of it. Me, 0, which is untrue because I pay taxes every single month because I am not at that point yet where I have $1 billion in assets that just keeps coming in. Also, if you want to know what the cutoff is for the SOFR, where can you get the best rate where it's 1% over SOFR, let's say, and if SOFR's at 0, you're paying 1%, causing no taxable, red flags or triggering an event. It's 10 million. Now what you're thinking, well, I don't have 10 million. Well, get there. Well, I don't know how. You're smart in the business you do, rinse and repeat. Yeah, but I don't have any money. Borrow it. Yeah, well, I don't have any friends. Be a friend. Just gotten out of my teenage years and I bought my first day spa. I was broke. Yes, but Bravo, we're in a recession. Why would you tell us to buy whatever, something? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Almost 4,000 stores are closing. And there's one that I'm upset. It's Outback, which I haven't eaten there in probably a decade, but the bread, right? With the knife in it. And didn't they have the blooming onion? Remember that? An onion. How many calories? I think it had like 15,000. That would be my caloric intake for a week. Oh, also circling back around to silver, even Bitcoin. They know they don't need to own all of it. They just need to know, they need to have enough to manipulate it. JP Morgan, look, biggest silver manipulator. They hold the most physical silver, so you can manipulate it. Thank you, JP Morgan. I'm not going to play that game. I mean, I could play the game because the charts will tell you where the price is going, the action. You could buy here, sell, buy, sell. Your audience upset. Same thing with the housing market. They don't need to own all of it. I'll scratch that. BlackRock will own all of it, and then you'll rent from them, and you'll be happy. Can I give you a little suggestion? Beat them to it. Or if you can't beat them, join them. There's windows of opportunity with homes, and the right ones. You want beachfront, lakefront, waterfront. Even if it's not waterfront, it's like, wow, that's wicked cool. Rich guy will always buy that. Home Depot warns that housing pressures will persist next year. Okay, I'm giving you a time to prepare. Also, so you got housing, you got Bitcoin. Maybe you're taking profit on your precious metals. Never mind. Also, be careful not to short silver right now, you guys. My traders in the audience, you're above the 200. It's going up. You're probably going to get a little margin called. You do know, like what I said with JP Morgan, top 4 traders hold 40 to 50% of the entire COMEX silver position. The rich need to know which direction and they need to be able to control it. Also, to clarify something else, this is not a time to be buying. I know it's going to make people upset. It's the most overbought since, well, there's the 80s right there. It's the RSI on the monthly, kind of right there. And we are currently, I'll squeeze it right. Right there. Why now? What you want to do is kind of like what Bravo does. You buy here, you don't sell there. You take debt against it. Not this kind of debt. I'm not talking about credit card debt. Well, maybe a little bit. It's a line of credit. These are all the different ways I am helping you. So your wife's doesn't look like that, holding her Starbucks in Target or something. This holiday season isn't very merry for consumers. No, well, that's because you're in a debt-based dollar system and people haven't figured it out yet. Why is it that I have to get 1 job, now 2, 3, 4? It just keeps going. Go through cycles and then you click subscribe and I tell you, okay, you got foreclosures, jump 21%, but then pull back and look at the chart and see like, how bad is it? Oh, maybe it's not that bad. But I need you to get your ducks in order so you can start buying said assets. You could stop worrying about, the prices keep going up. Great. Oh, my assets. Boy, They just keep going up. Oh, my stonks keep going up. It quote, if you think beef is expensive now, just wait until next year when prices could soar nearly 60%. This is Fortune magazine. And everything is rolling. This is great. 250,000 people filed for unemployment. They were only expecting 220, 236. Not just that, Powell actually I told you yesterday, he's kind of telling the truth. Overstated payrolls by 60,000. Guys, we've been negative. This is not good. And they are delaying. What? Where do we put that data? As Normie opens up his Zillow app and that they call like a savings account. How's my house doing? It's bad. You're negative. Sorry. Again, buy low, sell high. And you want to see things like this. Recession alert, right? Heavy truck sales, everything bad. Okay, start looking for the bottom and start buying and become a multimillionaire. The number of retirement account millionaires, it's surging. Look at that. Rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and no one understands how macro works. It's funny, whenever I talk to my macro friends, they're like, why do you need to know this? Clearly know how to make digits go up. Do that. I'm like, but I need to be educated on this. Also, by the way, which doesn't take a kindergartner to figure this out. The Fed has been cutting rates. Yes. It looks like this. Yes. Then why did everything keep going up? I will help you with that. A hell of a lot of risk. Also, did you guys make a ton of money on the way down on the NASDAQ this morning? Just checking for a friend. From the time the market opened today, down to the bottom, 502. That was $10,000 right there, one contract. Where are we currently at? You want to know? This is the NASDAQ. This is what I do. I'm waiting. Give me one candle closed, and then there. Look at that. Look at that little shiny blinking light. That's the chick magnet. So I'm waiting. I'm going to open a position. It'll be brief. Guys, these moves, just click it, get out. All you have to do is just come up there and click that button right there. We're almost there. All right, so I'm going to end my recording. Make sure you click subscribe. Make sure if you don't know how to do this to make digits go up, come along. I will teach you. And with that, I love you all. See you tomorrow.